So with that, I'm really excited to introduce Swapnil Joshi. We spoke earlier this morning. His firm does what a lot of other firms do in many regards as far as outsourced BIM work, but their take on it, their angle, their extended services around scheduling and planning were very unique. I've worked in this space. I've worked for a couple of BIM services companies over my many years in this space, but I really was impressed with the way you described your business earlier today. So with that, Swapnil, I'll let you take it away.
So good afternoon, everybody. I have 10 minutes. I guess. So what I'm going to talk today is on the integrated solution or integrated digitalized solution for the construction industry. My main focus is on infrastructure right now for this session. And when I say integration, we are talking about BIM as one part of it. So when I'll go to that slide, I quickly introduce my company and myself. My name is Swapnil Joshi. I'm basically a civil engineer and worked for this company is 10-year-old now. We have done projects worth around $5 million USD in last 10 years and working with all major clients in India. Also working in Colombo, France, done some projects in Qatar and Dubai. And then we have developed one mobile application which is in-house. We have been using for more than 8 years, which gives you an automated analytical information, which AI-based. So when I'll go to the slides, I'll elaborate quickly on that. So basically, we have a few slides where I'm going to talk about the industry analysis. When we talk towards integration as a subject, the awareness is only when client demands on various projects. The approach is only for submission. I'm talking from a planning perspective because I'm a hardcore planner. Then the maturity is, system maturity lacks with the organizational maturity because that is where the huge gap is. Then the implementation is, the successful lifecycle implementation is a key, which right from the start till the end, if you are able to implement the whole thing, then the system is successful. Otherwise, it dies on its own sweet time. For a project success story, you should have an executable, workable, practical plan backed up by the strategy. You should have the owners assigned to them. Bridge the gap between head office and the site, because ultimately site has to draw the benefits of your system. It is not only related to the head office. Then analytical approach should help to mitigate, because every project I've seen, majority of the projects are getting delayed. So if you have to catch up, your approach should be practical and analytical. And then use best possible tools and technologies, which we are talking about today. So proper planning is what I perceive is basically to deliver on-time completion. And that is what the integration is being brought into the picture. Just quickly talk about the myth which everybody says and everybody has talked about, so I'm not going to waste too much of time here. It's just a 3D model, what everybody perceives. Will take more time, and the impact, I can do it traditionally rather than getting into the environment. It's just for an architects. That's the biggest challenge which we get. And then BIM is a software. That is certain myths which we have coming across every day when we are talking. And now everybody knows it's a traditional approach which was happening. And now it is being moved to the integrated approach where every stakeholder is collaborating on a common platform. Then just to give a flair of what's happening in India, nowadays India, in a lot of massive development is happening on infrastructure. Majority of these clients have made it mandatory in their contract that BIM has to be implemented in compulsion. So that is the scenario, and every project has it, and I'll be showing the glimpse of one case study there. So when I'm talking about the integrated solution, I mean to say BIM is one part of the integration. Second is the project planning, which Omar and the other speaker also spoke about. The importance is for the planning to make the system successful. And then third is we have a mobile application in the name of Intento Projects, which collaborates the BIM model as well as the construction schedule. Now the idea behind implementing the BIM is to implement it right from the tender stage, right from the concept stage, till the operation and maintenance. So we are using, when I'm going to show you the case study, we have used the complete cycle right from tender to the contract management and POC for the operations, because that was not in the scope. Now I'm talking about the case study which I'm touching upon here is the longest steel bridge which was reconstructed. The superstructure, the deck portion is broken. It is being demolished and reconstructed, which over the 6-kilometer span of River Ganga in Patna. So what we have done is we have created a complete 6-kilometer model of substructure and superstructure, and with all the finishing items put together. You will see there's a quick walkthrough of the project. So this is exactly geo-referenced and kept on the location. The idea behind that was to utilize the same for the progress monitoring. I'll just take it a little bit ahead just to show you the detailing. So this is every element is, the truss is being mapped in Revit. Every element of the bridge is being mapped, and you can see the topography and the existing structure across. So now this video will go for complete 6 kilometers. So I'll just skip this and go ahead. But the idea was every element of the bridge was mapped as per the design. And then what extra or good thing what we have done here is like we have validated the construction methodology that we speak, I'll do this, then I'll do this. This is the construction sequence. So what we have done here is there are two methods. There's a truss on this span, which was being developed node by node. There were 10 nodes in one span, which was fabricated in 5 factories, brought on the site, and then it is being erected. And then the work was started. So this is one method, which I'll just quickly show this video. So you can see every node is being fabricated and erected at site. It will be represented in my next slide, which we are talking about 4D progress monitoring. And another method was of the truss, bottom truss, inner and outer truss installation, and then top truss. The one span is completed. Like this, we had around more than 80 to 90 spans, more than 100 meters in length. Then we have also mapped the process of fabrication, delivery, and erection. This is the bottleneck for the project, and we have successfully completed this project on time because of mapping the various bottleneck processes. So if you see here, what happens is the green color is the fabricated, the yellow one is delivered on site, checked, proof checked, and the purple color is erected on site. So this is what the whole philosophy is all about. So I'll just play the video, and you can see the color codes will represent whether that node is being fabricated and delivered. Yes, it is being done, and the erection has started. So same thing you will see in my next slide, where we are actually doing the progress monitoring. So now if you see here, this is what the progress monitoring we used to do every week with the site team and the head office team to mitigate the delays. So what we have done here is, you will completely see the progress of like truss delivered, which is fabricated and which is erected. For the deck portion, all the stages like shuttering, reinforcement, and concrete, you can see in different colors. So complete bridge, you can see on your screen sitting in the office what has happened there. So I'll just quickly play that video. So this is the truss which is already being erected. The crash barriers are done. Now if you see here, this footpath is erected. In one section of the bridge, footpath was not being erected because deck casting was happening. So that was a bottleneck, or in the future, it could be a bottleneck. So if you see here the footpath was not installed. So because the deck work is happening here, because shuttering is happening at this particular location. If I go a little bit ahead, now if you see, this way we were planning on site. Like what we used to do is, this is the inner deck, inner truss which is being erected. This is delivered on site, so I need not worry about delays because these are being already taken care of. I just have to focus on the site, resources are in place, erection will happen on its time. And if you go a little bit further, so we had inventory management done through this as well. And if you see, I'll go a little bit ahead on this. If you see here, this span, which was a bottleneck, if I don't connect this span, my whole finishing team, there will not be a continuity, and it will bound to delay my project. So what we have done we have given up to that level exactly on site. This node was fabricated but not delivered. These nodes were fabricated and delivered on my site. So we were focusing on this kind of analysis along with site, and that's the reason we could achieve it on time, on timely completion. Then these are certain reports which we are rolling out. What it simply says is the same status, whether this span is delivered. We are created a cases, early start, early completion, late start, late completion, in that kind of case for analysis, which is readily available. So if you see this span is completed early. This is completed early for delivery, fabrication, and erection is expected to complete early. It is not started. So anybody and everybody can see this on their screen and understand without a planner sitting next to them. This is another report in the same format. I'll just skip this because of the short of time. Then another part of the case study, other than the model, was the mobile application we have, which was developed in-house, which in simplicity what it does, it gives you the planned versus actual figures in terms of your time, cost, and all type of resources readily available on a single click. So if you see, you have an S-curve. Here I'm giving a fortnightly progress with respect to time, planned, actual, remaining. Here it gives me the planned versus actual for the quantity in metric ton for the steel, and for the concrete it gives me the cubic meter quantity, planned versus actual every fortnightly. Another type of report is here, I need to understand if I want to control the project, what is the forecasted progress or cost of work I'll be doing every month. So this is readily available on the screen. Department-wise, how much work or how much revenue will bring to the organization, that will be given here automatically. At the same time, it gives you the plan versus actual quantities and labor requirements. Month-wise, how many laborers you need, man-months, man-days, I would say. And like for category-wise, how many fitters you need, how many carpenters you need. Everything is automated, which will be generated through the mobile application. This is a portfolio level representation. What it does is, you will have multiple projects, delay, which is automated based on the construction schedule, Primavera, MSP, Asta, Tylos, you use anything. And this, we have given a scorecard here where the color changes from green to red if the plan versus actual gap increases. So 25, 50, 75 and above, the color changes from green to red. Similarly, it goes with the cost. So you can have a better control of time and cost of the health of your project without going to the schedule and without going to the model. Then if you open this, there's a plain S-curve which comes here, which gives you the total BOQ cost. As on date, automatically how much you are supposed to do, actual how much you have done, and the percentage and the gap. Here, I'm only 17 seconds, so let me just quickly. This is the comparison. In one single graph, you can compare time, cost, quantity, labor, cumulative as well as month-wise in single shot. So you need not go anywhere else just to do it's one simple graph will give you all kind of information. So now I'm giving time, actual, planned, actual and remaining comparison. If I go a little bit ahead, I just wanted to show. So here so all the graphs, time and cost are compared here. You just have to click on and off you have to do. That's it. You can do the comparison of cumulative plus month-wise also. So this is one thing. And then I'll just quickly take only 3 to 4 seconds to show the videos quickly. This is another project of the in the Mumbai Coastal Road, so which is around 4,000 crore project. Multiple viaducts, road works, and various structures. There's a seawall on this side. The whole area is reclaimed completely. So on the periphery of Bombay, this road is going to travel, which is around roughly 20 to 30 kilometers minimum. So this is where we are implemented BIM in totality, in all the respect, if you see. So we are utilizing this model right from planning to the delay analysis in arbitration process. So we're exploring in that particular fashion. So this is something which is, you can see the various bridges which are being flowing in and out. So clashes and everything was seen and validated. I'll skip this and go to next quick video. This is a 4D simulation of the same project. You can see layer by layer road getting constructed. First layer, second layer, third layer, that way. So that you can have a control on various stage-by-stage construction of the work. Then this is the smart modeling which we have done in the bridges. The cables which are flowing in, it is being mapped, and those coordinates can be given to the site. So this reduces your overhead cost by at least a team of 6 people sitting on the site for 2 years. They are not required on the site because of this automation. Then I'll just skip this video. This is another, I'll just skip this also, and just show you this. This is a cable stay bridge. What we are giving it here is, from September, October, November, and December, 4 months look ahead we are giving through the model in different colors. So you can see if this is a pylon, this is a cable stay bridge. When this is going to happen is in the month of September, which is planned. Then this is October, November, and this is a December part. So though everybody knows that what's going to happen on this project, it's a cable stay bridge, which we are doing in India. So the multiple cable stay bridges are coming in. So we are using this kind of a model to interact with site for a better clarity. So trying to take out the complete, Primavera kind of a stuff. Now this is marine project. Also, I'll just quickly do this. This is a Navy project. Which has 4 jetties which needs to be constructed across the sea, and every detailing of the jetty is also being constructed. So what I'm trying to tell you is the notion initially was the rivet is for only building works, but what I'm trying to put up here is the rivet also can be explored for various infrastructure projects like tunnels, jetties, bridges, roads, and other stuff. So this is part, and then Yeah, so these are certain case studies, and this last 2 slides, the idea is because demand in infrastructure is increasing, and that's the backbone for the economy, we need a fast-track delivery. Increasing profits, this integration will help us to increase our profits, because implementing this whole system will contribute at least 10% of profitability in the organization and reduce disputes. Yeah, so since the delay analysis is in place, there are very less chances of having disputes over a period of time. And the last slide is what I see to it, that we have to breathe the technology, collaborate, and then think different, so that the simplicity is being maintained and everybody can start using this product, the integrated approach for fast-track delivery. That's it. Thank you very much, and sorry for taking extra time. Thanks.